Phenylephrine is used in products like Benadryl Allergy Plus congestion, Sudafed PE, and Vicks Sinex. According to the FDA, these products generated nearly $1.8 billion in sales last year alone. Dr. Jane Morgan, a cardiologist, joining me right now. Dr. Morgan, good to see you. So a lot of doctors have questioned the effectiveness of phenylephrine for a very long time.
That's
so
right.
How did it find its way in these products?
And so, that was approved back in 1972, where the criteria was a little less stringent. Yeah. But we started to have some pushback against it around 2006, 2007. And then 2016 really started generating data to refute the original claims in 1972. And so it's really come to this point here in 2023 where we're finally looking at that data and saying, you know what? It really doesn't work. It's not any better than placebo in the oral formulation.
In the tablet.
The reason for that is if you take it by mouth in any form, your liver and gut metabolize it. In other words, degrade it to such a degree until there's not much active compound left. So you can still take the nasal.
Up.
That's right. You can still take the nasal spray, but you cannot take anything orally.
Okay. So do you see that drug even being reclassified as a result of this discovery or acknowledgement?
And so we will wait for the comment portion of the FDA and then their final ruling on whether or not they will actually ask companies to reformulate their products or whether it will be a total recall and say all of these have to be removed from the shelves. Remember, this is an entire industry. There are over 250 products over the counter that contain phenylephrine, so it's going to be very impactful. But we also have to have products available that are effective and actually do what we say they're going to do.
Well, I wonder what that's how that will impact consumers. I mean, when you have a cold or you have symptoms related to a cold or flu or something to those degrees, you generally gonna reach for some of these products. But now there may be some reticence about trusting any of them, even if they don't have this ingredient in them.
I have an opposing view. We should actually have more confidence in our system now because we have the ability to go back and say, you know what, we made a mistake. And you know what, things have changed in 50 years and we're going to acknowledge that science has advanced and that we have new information and are going to act on that information. If in fact you have a cold, you can ask for products that have pseudoephedrine in them. Those are over the counter but behind the counter. You have to ask the pharmacist for them. You don't need a prescription because they do have value in making street meth. Also products with guaifenesin in them. And so those are still ingredients that are very effective for people who have nasal congestion.
All right, so there is still some good stuff out there.
Yes.
You're saying. Okay, now a big concern, of course, this fall and of course this winter as we're spending more time inside, COVID and the latest strain of. There is a new COVID vaccine already on the market.
That's right.
When do we start getting that?
So that vaccine is available now. And in fact, we saw the FDA say that this really should be broadly available to everybody 6 months of age and older. And then the CDC came behind them and supported it and said universally this should be available. We thought that originally it was only going to be targeted to immunocompromised and specialized groups. That was an option. But it'll be universally available and is available right now as of yesterday
to
in some
everyone
areas.
6 months and older?
6 months and older, and we'll see it be broadly available now that manufacturing will really ramp up in the next week or two.
All right, get those shots. Once again, here we go. All right, Dr. Jane Morgan, great to see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Fred.
much.